Supply and demand. Well, that's very important to know. That's what I can tell you right away. As a manager, an upcoming manager, this is the thing that you need to know definitely. So first of all, let's have a look at the graph. What do we see? We have an x-axis and y-axis, an S and D, a Q and P. Well, but what does it mean for us? Well, first of all, the y-axis indicates the P, which is the price. The more we go up, the more the prices is increasing. The q-axis, well, very simple. The more we go towards the right, the more quantity, the more units we produce. Now having a look at the two graphs. The green one indicates the supply, the blue one indicates the demand. So we're always talking about supply and demand. What is happening here in the middle? It's simple. It's the equilibrium. And now if we go to the left, right here we have our price equilibrium. We do the same way on the x-axis and we have our equilibrium quantity. So what are we going to do now is to have a look at the market itself. This here represents a market, and now what's going to happen in the market is the following thing. The supply stays exactly the same. We're producing over and over the same amount of units, but the demand is changing because people say, wait a minute, I want to have that product. It's interesting, it's a brand that represents myself and I really want to buy it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to shift the graph to the right. How do we do that? So if demand in general is increasing, we move to the right. If demand is decreasing, we move to the left. So herefore, we're going to say, okay, the demand is increasing. What we are going to do is, to the same amount, we shift the entire graph to the right and have a look what is happening. So after we shift the graph to the right, we have our D2, which is our second demand. So what happened right now is very simple to explain. We had our price before that was here. People were willing to pay that price. Let's just say 50 euro for that product. Well, what happened now is throughout shifting and increasing the demand, the price is getting higher for the product itself. So what happened right now is the free market price increased as same as the quantity, which you can see here. We increased by 20 euros to the right and our quantity itself also increased to the right. Now, on the other hand, you also have to keep in mind that it's very necessary to see the demand itself can also shrink. So there's going to be less demand. So what's going to happen then? Let's have a look at this. So let's say the demand is shrinking in general. This would be our D3. What we see right now is exactly the same thing that we saw before. The price itself is decreasing this time, so it's only 30 euros. And the quantity itself, we are also producing less, is here. But not only the price decreases, also the quantity, so we are producing less units. So we go to the left and see that it's less.